I'm Lesley Ormsby and I'm a psychic medium. I live in New Zealand. I don't just live in New Zealand, I'm from New Zealand, so which means I'm a Māori, and I say New Zealand Māori, but my ancestry also goes back to Ireland, and which goes right back to the Vikings. However, I like to do things, naturally and intuitively, so this is with my psychic work and my mediumship. And I'm just going to go back to the Māori side. I tap into most things Māori, of course, and blend it all into my European side. So there'll be a blend of that in my work. Now, the readings that I'll be doing, that Spirit have drawn me to do with astrologically, using this astrological signs to do forecast readings for the future, basically. So this video is all about the following month, which is going to be September 2018, and I'm going to be using my angel cards and or my normal playing cards, but mostly it's not just about the cards, it's about my intuitive side coming in. When I click into the angels, they could be giving guidance. I click into the ascended masters, it could be the otherworldly energies like Cryon, for instance, and the Pleaidians that might come through. So they're playing a big role in the work that I do, and also me as a human being and helping me to evolve. So my work is about helping you to evolve in whatever way that you need to evolve for you. It's everybody's got a personal journey, so which has drawn me to the astrological side to be using as a guide. So you might hear me use references to do from my Māori side as well, and I'll explain that if it does come up. So yeah, and so anyway, let's get on with it and see what's ahead of you for next month, September 2018. Okay, I want to go to Aquarius. So your forecast for this month, next month rather, September 2018. So I have a lot of energy, different energy. Well, not different because he's come through before. Well, they've come through before. That's like the King Midas energy, but as well as King Neptune, and with the other fishy sort of energies, signs. And also I have my a guide that was one of my first guides that was more known to me, come to be known to me. Sorry. When about 30 years ago, I can't believe I'm saying that stuff, but 30 years ago, and his name is Malik, and he comes from, he's one of the Atlantean beings, energies that have come through, and they're all here, and it's just typical of your sign, and so I'm just, paying homage and giving thanks for them, and being in their honour and their grace, so for coming through today, and it's not often I have all three of them, so, and that's, around me at any one time anyway, but they're just here, and there's quite an emotional feeling for me that's coming through, but it's like a deep emotional feeling. So even this month of August is I feel like there's been for a lot of you there's been a lot of stuff come up from the past, in relationships as well as work and everything else, and family, and it's like everything's coming up to help you move through into this next month. So what Spirit is saying is to, or what does, I've got to go through, I'm just going to say Spirit because, I've just told you who they are. Otherwise we're here all day telling you that. So what they're just saying is to just go with that flow. So, and they're just bringing me to the waves, just go to the sea to start for that healing space. Okay, if you can't go to the sea, then go to the river or go to or a lake or whatever is nearest to you, but get to the water to start washing yourself, clearing yourself of things. So if you can go for a swim, that's that'll be primo. If it's just a wade in the water because it's freezing, but that's okay too, but it's just getting to touch that natural those natural forms of nature that we have there that are a lot, I feel anyway, a lot more I don't know, deeper and meaningful, to help shift some of those emotions, because the moon cycles that have been coming up lately have been quite for a lot of us have been really pushing us to shift some things. So you know, go with the flow of that. So for those of you that understand that, just keep going with the flow. So for those of you that are not really faux pas with that side of things, that's what's happening. So just in why you're feeling a little bit helter-skelter and like all over the place and like kind of emotional and not wondering what the hell is going on, and going a little bit deeper why these things, it's because you're going through a movement in time where you need to let go of some of the past. In fact, a lot of the past. Okay, so they're just going, you know, just keep going with it and just see it as a journey, because really it is a journey and an adventurous journey, because by doing that we start to embrace a lot more about ourselves and that deeper side, and we start to let go of things, and that means we can look forward to the future with different sets of eyes. Now there are some of you that have actually moved, you know, that have moved forward through a lot of that stuff, and just going like the little fish go there, and moving through and moving on from that. So if you know any of those Aquarius signs that are, you know, that haven't got to where you are, you're an example for them to where you can go and allow those emotions to, you know, to free and flow, okay, where as they need to be. So what they're saying, because the King Midas energy is here, and he's come not just with a monetary sort of look at things, but as an energy, because money in a way is an exchange of energy, so in abundance and wealth. So, and once you get through some of these things that are going to be happening on a deeper level next month in September, you'll start to see, you know, everything like that fruition of everything start to move forward, and it's like, yes. You know, so that's where the gold is with King Midas coming through, is that you've moved through it and you're seeing and you're reaping the benefits of the processing that you have been doing over these last couple of months, okay? But it's just got a little bit deeper, and then it's like kabam, end of next month. By the end of next month, it should be, most of it will be clear. There'll be just the remnants that you'll have to deal with. And then by then too, you'll be able to see, by the end of next month, you'll see, you know, what you've benefited from, all the learning that you've learnt in those times of processing. So, which means it's going to benefit your relationships, you know, not just with your lover, your wife, you know, and new relationships coming in. You know, you're going to withdraw a much healthier relationship into your life, and also around your family life, your relationships with your family, your children, your siblings, you know, your parents and your wider whānau for some of you. You know, there's going to be a lot more of acceptance and forgiveness in that sort of way, which will be really cool, because then you'll be able to like move along quite a bit faster and more fluently than you ever thought you would. So embrace the journey, go with that flow and the ebbs and the lows of the waves that go. Okay, that kind of rhymed. I was quite surprised. That was not where I was going. Yeah, so just, you know, go with it. And it's also about creatively speaking with yourself. So I'm just feeling like a bit of a dry throat, which I have got anyway, but it's not that. This is something different, because I never felt that before. And it's about, you know, talking out, speaking, and there's something about getting out there and speaking, you know, your voice. Talking about your journey for some of yous, and from where you've come to where you're going to. So just keep moving with that. That's something that's come up, that's just popped in there. But also not just creatively speaking it, but using your hands, because they're showing me your hands as well. And, you know, making these formations. And I'm seeing, like, when I say formations, I feel more like, you know, sculpture, structural sort of work. So, building things, or, you know, moulding things. And sharing your I feel like you'll be able to share your story for those through that form, that medium of work. Okay, so and tapping into your intuition and that psychic side of you, because for a lot of you, you know, that are into it, you're quite strong. So really, like, you know, hone into it, bring it to you. Don't be afraid of it. It's just about learning to manage how you work with spirit, like I have, and like many of others have in the world, and figuring it out for yourself, but also allowing others to come in and help you to figure it out. So using your intuition, who you do bring in, and who you do, you know, I was going to say shove out, but push out, push out's a nicer way of putting it, into your life. Okay, so card, that one. That one. Okay, one of my crew members is like, same card. Oh, okay. Just release and surrender is what's come up for that one. So thank you. And that's what it's all about, releasing and surrendering. So, teamwork here, you know. It's gone really quiet. So by doing that, you know, that's going to start to see that quiet, hear that quiet, sense that quiet. You'll be in a much better space to do whatever it is you need to do for you next month and in the following months through that. So, yeah, so it's clear, basically. They're clearing the way for you. You just got to go, roll with the flow, okay? I just feel like there's another card coming. I want to go to this one. Oh, okay. It's just reconfirming, basically, relationship harmony. That's where, and that's for everyone and everything in your life. It's, you know, building that relationship with yourself is how we build relationships with others. Because if we're not kind to ourselves, you know, and it's coming from a place of love with ourselves, it's like, what the hell, you know? It comes out better and it flows better when we really do truly love ourselves. And okay, they're drawing me to another one. Okay, purification. So that kind of goes with the flow, you know, with that clearing and cleansing of all and releasing. So that's just the double whammy of, you know, letting you know that's just releasing all that serves you no purpose for your highest good. And I just, okay, I want to go back there for some reason. Okay, prosperity, just like we said before, and that's what will flow from it. Prosperity in all areas of your life. And that's all I've got to say to you, because they'll go on and on and on and on, and we'll end up going over the same thing over again. But they just wanted to double reconfirm with you that when you do all this, that's what's going to happen, okay? Anyway, God bless you, and I'll see you next month. So thank you for watching my video today. Please like, share and subscribe to my video channel. If you would like to receive a reading or a healing message from me, you can contact me on my Facebook page, which is In the Grace of Spirit, or email me at inthegraceofspirit@gmail.com. You can receive a reading or a healing from me via, Skype, video message or call, it's up to you, or email. So if you would like to receive one, you can contact me through there, and yeah, we'll see you again next time. Also, my details for to make contact with me are in the box below. So yeah, you can catch me through there. Catch you again soon.